Today we're talking smoked mac and cheese. We're going to be using some Celentano pasta today. I really like it because it has a spiral shape, really helps hold the cheese. We're going to get this in some boiling water and we're just going to cook it through. For cheese, we got some Velveeta Queso Blanco. If you don't have this, regular Velveeta will work just fine. And I got some smoked Gouda here. And then I've got some Cracker Barrel extra sharp cheddar cheese. Next, I'm going to make a roux. It really helps thicken up this cheese sauce and helps it stick to the pasta. So I'm going to get the stick of butter melted down, and then I'm going to add this flour here right until everything starts to thicken up into a paste. And once you have a paste, it's time to start introducing some cheese into this cheese sauce. Okay, so I cut the Velveeta Queso Blanco stick right in half. That's 8 ounces, and I pulled it apart. Makes it a little bit easier to melt. Now I'm going to add 4 ounces of the shredded smoked Gouda, and then another 4 ounces of the shredded sharp cheddar. Okay, now I'm going to add some heavy cream, and what I do is I add this slowly. I add a little bit, and then I stir everything around, and I see how it all melts, see the consistency of it. You want it to be runny, but not too runny. And remember, it's important that you shred your cheese. You don't want to buy pre-shredded stuff. That has some kind of flour or some kind of coating on there so it doesn't stick together, and that really isn't conducive to mac and cheese and getting a nice melty cheese. Just move it around until everything's nice and melty. That's what I'm talking about right here. It's really important you do this over low heat and take your time. Keep everything moving. You don't want to burn cheese. You definitely don't want burned cheese. So now that it's melty, it's time to introduce it to our pasta. Okay, so here I have a 9 by 13 casserole dish, and I hit it with a little bit of duck fat cooking spray to keep our mac and cheese from sticking. And now what I want to do is I want to add this cheese sauce into my cooked pasta that I just drained. Add some hot sauce or some rubs to this and make this your own. This is just a right down the middle recipe, so we're going to add this sauce, get it all mixed up. Now you just got to get this cheesy pasta mixture right into this casserole dish and just spread it around evenly. Got a little bit more cheese sauce, and what we're going to do is we're just going to layer this right over the top. We're going to let this sit right on top, and then we got to sprinkle on the last of our shredded cheese, and this is going to help make up a really cheesy topping for this mac and cheese. Last step before the smoker is to sprinkle on some seasoned Italian breadcrumbs. Some people like to saute these in a pan with some butter. I like to just sprinkle it right on the top and then just spray it with a little bit of duck fat cooking spray. It's going to give it a nice flavorful crisp to the top of this mac and cheese. Got the Traeger Pro 34 fired up, running on some hickory pellets at 350 degrees today, and I just set it right in the center of the grates, and we're going to come back in about 25 minutes and give it a check. After 25 minutes, I'm just going to spritz it with a little bit more duck fat cooking spray to crisp up these breadcrumbs. Get it closed, let it run for about another 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, well, would you look at that? That is exactly what I want to see right there.